Yeah, I hope you guys are excited for some Mighty Quest action today. It's also costume day.
It is costume day.
Costume challenge day. Da-na-na. Much costume challenge, wow. And so you're going to see our epic costumes for the Mighty Quest for Epic Loot. So I hope you guys are excited to peek into the lives of two weirdos as they dress up for internet strangers. Okay, are you guys ready? So I know RookFell has this unending appreciation for Sir Painhammer, correct?
This is true.
So I do have my my shoulder plates on to be protected from battle. So the thing I ended up working on quite heavily last night was my helmet, and I made sure that I could still wear my my headset with my helmet on. Yep. Are you impressed right now? Are you impressed? Can you see it?
Yeah,
yet?
I actually, yeah, no, I had a similar issue. So, if there's one thing that I love more than Sir Painhammer, it's chickens. So I wanted to just like, how can I incorporate chickens into my cosplay? And then I remembered, wait, we have General Cluckenstein. Yeah. No, and he's usually wearing the kilt. So let me pop my collar so you guys can see it better. So I went with some flannel.
Okay, nice,
today.
nice.
I'm wearing some white eyeshadow. Can't really see it, but it's there to get the white featheries. Spatula.
Okay, I dig it.
Because spatula, but the coup d'etat of my outfit is definitely my helmet.
Oh my gosh.
So I want to make sure you guys can see it all.
Oh my gosh. How long did you work on that for?
It's actually fairly simple for those of you who wish to make your own General Cluckenstein hat. It's a pot. So step 1, get pot. Step 2 is 2 paper towel rolls. That's what you get the spikes from.
Yeah, I like it.
Flannel t-shirt. And some duct tape. All right. So, back to business.
Yes.
Yesterday and the day before, you may have noticed, you couldn't play Mighty Quest. And the reason you couldn't play Mighty Quest is we are deploying this brand spanking new update, which we have oh so lovingly called our pre-open beta update. And you might be asking yourself, Rook, why is it the pre-open beta? Well, because it's not quite open beta yet. Still got a couple weeks left, February 25th for open beta. But we had like this smorgasbord of changes. I mean, we've changed pretty much everything. And before we sort of like opened the floodgates and let everybody in, we wanted to make sure it all worked. So for our closed beta participants, they get like first dibs on checking out all the new systems. And because it's a lot, the game ended up being down for like, I think the final tally was like something like 28 hours for a very, very, very long time to deploy all these awesome new features.
And there are a ton of features.
There is a ton. It's like patch notes for pages of patch notes for days. I think that's what it was.
I know. I was definitely I was reading them this morning when I was prepping the stream, and I was definitely impressed by all the changes. They pretty much completely revamped the game.
Yes, completely, and that's one of the reasons why I'm glad people can see now why we really had to do a reset. Because while open creation was kind of the thing that broke everything with the castles, there were a lot of other
Oh no, your pot!
I was waiting for that to happen. Gravity! Why? Okay, alright. I'm good. I'm back. Alright. So I'm glad you can all see why we ended up having to do a reset. So, what would you like to talk about first, Esper? From the, like...
Lootable Mines?
Lootable Mines! Lootable Mines. It's a good place to start. So, one of the changes that, and this is one of the things we talked about a bit before we actually released the pack, is we want to encourage both exploration. You know, you guys put a lot of time and effort into the castle, and we want people to explore your castles and reward them for exploring their castles. So we changed to lootable mines. So this gets both the exploration and the idea that you are pillaging and looting from your neighbors. Because you don't just walk up to the mine and just like, oh, okay, here's some gold and grab it. You actually break them. So you kind of kick down their mines.
Yeah, you wreck them.
And take their life force. Because this goes back to the whole exploration thing. Previously, your star condition was based purely on time. And so that kind of encouraged people to get through castles as fast as humanly possible. But it's just like, that defeats the purpose of castle exploration. People aren't taking the time to appreciate it. So there are now 3 brand new victory conditions. Victory condition number 1 was to reach the treasure room without dying. If you die, it's all over. 0 stars. No gold stars for you.
Sad day.
Sad day. Victory condition number 2 is by destroying all the gold and life force mines that a player has. And victory number 3 is beating the timer. Now you might be asking yourself, but Brooke, you just said you got rid of the timer. Well, yes and no. Because the way it's set up now is in order to have your castle attacked, you need to validate it. And then part of the validation is it's timing you. So instead of just beating this arbitrary clock, the clock that you're racing against is how fast it took for the defender to build their castle.
Which is definitely awesome because if you're really good, you can make it really difficult for people to get that 3rd star. So it kind of rewards the attacker.
Yeah,
in a lot of ways.
And it's also like, I think it encourages more like mazy builds because it's just like if you want to get all 3 stars, not only do you have to be fast, and not only do you need to not die, but you also have to discover where their mines are at. No more trainer. This is part of the just like making it funner for our players. And that's one of the feedbacks we received is it really kind of sucks if you're in the middle of a castle run and you level up and you're stuck at that level because you had to, after you finish, you had to go back to your castle, you had to go to the hero trainer, and you had to pay to level up, and then there you are. So now what happens is you just level up automatically. But one of the things that I was most excited about, and we kind of saved it for last, was no more timers, other than the castle timer, but we already went over that. What we mean with no more timers is no more upgrade timers. None.
Which is awesome.
Bye-bye upgrade timers. No more finish now. So people with blings can't just finish now. And no more workers capping. No more, it's like, oh, okay, if you have 1, you can build 1 thing at a time. If you have 2, you can build 2 things at a time. We basically got rid of that. We realized that was really, really frustrating for our players. And it was kind of like putting them in a position where they were, 1, feeling a little forced to have to pay, or they got stuck waiting 24 hours for something to upgrade.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't fun. And it wasn't like, it's one of those things that people were just essentially paying blings to be less frustrated. They weren't supporting the game to have fun or to get cool things. They're just like, I am just gonna put money in here so I don't have to wait for my stuff to be finished. So we got rid of all of that. And again, I just want to stress that the reason why we did the pre-open beta pack with most of our major changes 2 weeks before open beta is so you guys can give us feedback. As much as I would love for everything to work perfectly our first go around, a lot of these changes were based on your feedback, and we are more than welcome to continue making changes based on your feedback. We want the game to be fun, we want the game to be enjoyable, we want it to be not broken. So for you, those of you who are in the closed beta and who are testing out the new systems with the castle validation, with open creation, with creature aggro, play, go to the forums, post in the CM discussions, give us your feedback, because we really need it now, perhaps more than ever. Because we're right before open beta, we just made a huge amount of changes.
Epic.
Things might not be working. Yes, we made an epic amount of changes.
Many changes, wow.
Always the Doge. We always come back to Doge. So there might there's probably some things that aren't working exactly. There's probably a couple things that we should tweak or adjust. And we're really relying on the feedback from our closed beta participants to make these changes before open beta.